Welcome to Henry B. Tech Channel. In this journey, I'll take you deep into the wilderness, where everything is pristine and quiet, to witness the construction of an underground shelter, entirely from dry logs collected from the forest and basic hand tools. No machinery, no modern materials. I chose a location right under a large ancient tree. The tree roots not only created an ideal natural space, but also served as perfect camouflage, making the shelter almost disappear into the forest. The wide canopy above provided some protection from rain and wind, creating favorable conditions to begin the work. Everything started with digging a hole. Layer by layer, the soil was dug up, slowly but surely, creating a space deep enough to keep warm and wide enough to live in. The deeper we dug, the harder and wetter the soil beneath became, requiring more strength and patience. Each stroke of the pickaxe was not just an action, but a step closer to a safe shelter. I had to constantly adjust the width and depth, ensuring enough space for Next, for the foundation, I had to go deep into the forest to find many sturdy logs. Not just any log would do. I had to choose straight, strong logs with minimal cracks to ensure long-term durability. Each log was cut and divided to the appropriate size so that when brought back, they could fit snugly into the already dug foundation. Once the wood was brought back, I began arranging them around the hole, layer by layer, interlocking and overlapping to create a solid wall frame. Each time I placed a piece down, I adjusted it to ensure it fit tightly against the ground, leaving no large gaps. The joints were carefully reinforced so that the entire structure could withstand the weight and not shift over time. After the wooden frame was completed, I used moss and soil to cover the gaps. The soft moss was stuffed deep into each small gap, acting as a natural insulation layer, keeping the area warm and preventing drafts. The earth was then spread over the outside, compacted to stabilize the entire structure and to add strength to the four walls. Layers of moss and earth blended with the wood, transforming the disparate materials into a unified whole. Gradually, the walls were no longer just stacked wooden beams. They became a true protective layer, solid, airtight, and strong enough to withstand the cold, humidity, and forest winds. Next came the roof, the most crucial element for protection. I interwoven several layers of sturdy wood to create a completely solid and stable roof. I covered the wooden frame with a thick layer of soil, providing shelter and blending in with the surrounding environment. Beneath that soil, I used bark as a waterproofing layer, preventing rainwater from seeping inside. Finally, a layer of natural moss was added as insulation, keeping the interior warm, especially on cold nights. The layers of material stacked on top of each other were simple yet effective. The entire process, from digging the first hole to completing the roof, was a combination of survival skills and an understanding of nature. No detail was superfluous. Each played a role, contributing to a discreet, safe, and reliable shelter. When finished, from the outside, you could barely tell it existed. But beneath that layer of earth lies a warm space, a place sufficient for rest, shelter from the rain and wind, and survival deep in the forest. To increase safety and to protect myself from unpredictable dangers in the dark, I had to reinforce my shelter more thoroughly. The area I chose was not as peaceful as it seemed. The tracks on the ground, the digging marks, and the distinctive smell in the air indicated that it was near wild boar territory. And when night fell, they could become more aggressive and unpredictable than ever. I had no choice but to prepare thoroughly. I cut large logs from tree trunks, sharpened them, and hammered them deep into the ground, forming a barrier right in front of the entrance. I used vines to tightly secure each joint, tightening them repeatedly to ensure nothing came loose. Every knot was carefully checked, because I understood that even a small oversight could become a fatal weakness. The door was designed to be low and narrow, enough for me to squeeze through, but difficult for any large animal to enter. The wooden planks were arranged diagonally, interwoven like a natural fence, creating a simple but effective defense. Then I began the camouflage process. I peeled off layers of bark, spread them evenly over the surface, and then brought soil to cover the entire roof. The soil was evenly distributed, compacted, and mixed with dry leaves and forest moss, making the entire structure almost disappear into the surrounding nature. From the outside, it looked no different from a part of the ground. No trace, no abnormality. Everything seemed perfect. Now I could retreat deep inside the shelter, the small haven of peace I had just created, and begin to build a fire. The first sparks flickered in the enclosed space, gentle but enough to dispel the chill that seeped through the layers of earth. I placed a few slices of bread on the fire, warming them simply, without fuss, yet providing an unusually comforting sensation. it was a very simple dinner. Each slice of bread now seemed more precious than ever. Not just food, but a source of energy, a reward for my tireless efforts. Outside, the forest gradually sank into darkness. The wind rustled through the trees, the dry branches cracked in the night, and distant, incomprehensible sounds made the space both quiet and tense. I sat silently, listening to everything, clearly feeling the presence of nature around me. Vast, wild, and uncontrollable. I leaned back against the earthen and wooden headboard, took a deep breath, and let my body relax after a long, tiring day. Thank you for contributing to this transformation. Stay tuned for more dream-making stories on the channel.